Quick tutorial on how to set up your first class so you understand all the elements and pieces involved in it. So when you first get here, which if you're up in the side navigation, you're going to see create class. You're going to click that. You're going to end up on the class creation screen. Now in this example, I have multiple channels that I'm part of. If you don't, it will also default just to the one and it will end up looking something like that. But we want to select that if you do have multiples first. Once we do that, we move down to the class settings. Now the class settings have a bunch of different things here for how you can display your class and some variations of how you want to maybe sell it or even think about marketing it. So at the very beginning we have methods. So this is 3 different ways that we can think about the class. We have live, we have pre-recorded, and we have upload. Now upload is if you already have pre-existing recorded stuff from YouTube or Vimeo, you can go ahead and add that information in here. Just check that you own it and you have the rights to it. And then you can create the class around something that's already pre-recorded. So again, that's for pre-recorded content. Even not to be confused with pre-record, which is simply the ability for you to set a class that will be hidden from search. So that you can do maybe a solo class, maybe it's a yoga class where you want to just do the class by yourself, record it, and then later on after the recording is done, it will show up as a recent class in search for people to take. Another reason people use pre-record is it wasn't a way we actually devised to use it this way, but people are using it as a way to create a class that's hidden that they can send a link out to. Now, again, wasn't created this way, but it totally works that way. You can set up the date, time, duration, everything, and then once you create the class, you can share that link with whoever you want, and no one else will be able to find it unless they have that link. So think of it more as like a hidden link to be taken at a later date. And the last one is live, which is primarily what most people are going to use. This just means that you're going to set it for a start time, and start date, and you're going to go live during that time, and people are going to join the class live at the same time. All right, let's talk about visibility, public and private. So public just means it's visible to everyone. Private means that it's invite only. So you actually have to add athletes here with either a phone number or an email, and they have to get that invite in order to take the class. If they do not get that invite or they do not accept that invite or you not invite them, doesn't matter if they have the link, they cannot take that class, and that class will not show up in the normal search. It will show up in their dashboard, however, once you invite them. So most people are going to do public, so we're going to kind of go down that road a little bit. All right, so once you have that, the next options are costing. So there's a few different ways to think about this. What's a live cost? So a ticket costs about $2. So if you have one ticket, that class is going to be $2. If you want to charge more for that, you can charge as many tickets as you want. You can also have an on-demand cost. So on-demand costs are after the class has been recorded. If you record your class, then later on you can sell it for a different price. So say maybe you have 5 tickets for this and it's 1 ticket for on-demand cost later. Oop, let's not get quite to that yet. And then the max participants. So once you get to here, you can have max participants of up to 20. That's for the live person-to-person live streaming. Now over 20, we will change our method for how we're doing this, and it will allow you to then be more like a YouTube live or a Facebook live where it's going to be a one-way stream. We're finalizing the build out of this, and there's going to be some different features like the ability to bring up different videos one at a time, but it's not going to be a 50 to 50 everyone seeing each other type of workout like the live under 20 will be. It'll be more like everyone sees the instructor, and then everyone's going to have an opportunity to maybe raise hand, ask questions, and their video can get brought up one at a time. So again, that feature is still in production, but your max is going to be 20 there. So let's just set that to 20 for now. And then the other option is make the class free. Now, it might sound cooler than it actually is, but we had a lot of people ask us about, I want to be able to have a class. I don't want to charge anybody for it because I'm already charged them, or for whatever reason, they'll want to eat the cost of it. So if you click make class free, it tells you exactly what you're getting here. So the free classes will be charged directly to your channel. So you're the channel owner, like you're gonna pay for anyone that joins. So basically be charged $1 for the first 19 attendees, then 50 cents for the attendees 20 through 50, and then 40 cents for 50 and over. And so this will be billed to the card on file as soon as the class is completed. So, if you have 10 people, it's going to be $10. And it's not billed to the people, it'll be billed to anyone who has this. So this is one of those where you have to think about how you want to market this, because if you throw it out live, you get a bunch of people to join, you're responsible for paying for everyone who joins the class. You might want to do a pre-record and share the link, or maybe a private class when you're doing something like this. But once you click accept here, it's probably going to ask you to, if you don't have payment information, it's going to ask you to put your payment information. If not, you can click accept. Great. And once I click accept, now the class is free and I can still have my on-demand cost for later. But for the sake of this, I'm going to uncheck it and we're going to go back to this over here. All right, that's class settings. I know it was a lot of information, but it's good to know how that all works. Now you want to go in and check your start date. Let's say we're going to do it for Monday the 15th. We're going to set my start time as 8 a.m. Actually 8:15. Let's do 8. There we go. 8 a.m. Boom. And it's going to be a 1-hour class. I can check my time zone. It always defaults to the time zone I'm actually in, but just check to make sure in case for some reason you want it to be a different time zone. The next section down is the class overview. So I have the ability to do things like this. I can open up my camera, and there I am. But let's say you're in the gym and you want to create a quick recording. You can click start recording, and in 3, 2, 1, I get 1 minute to tell everyone about what this class is going to be about, whether it's body weight or weights or what's going to be included. And this then becomes a preview for that. So once I hit stop record, I can confirm my video, and now I have this video that shows up for all to see that talks about the class instead of just being the description. Over here, class name, so maybe it's, weight training, whatever, we can call it, whatever the description would be. Like, you'd write things in here that would be like things you want to think about, camera angles, like what kind of background, whether there's something special about this workout, but you want to put whatever you want in here. Tips and strategy, don't suck, or, go slow, don't go fast, whatever you want to put in there to kind of help people understand like how to approach this workout. The next thing down is coaches. So if you have multiple coaches on your channel, you can select multiple coaches that could actually access this specific class. If a coach is not selected, they will not be able to get into this class for free. They have to pretend they're like an athlete, they have to pay for it. So if you have multiple people who might need to access a class because they'd be coaching it, this is the way to do it. And then you also see underneath these, you can see make primary. All that really does is allows you to set someone else as the primary coach. Let's say I want to set Scott as the primary. Great, and now I can uncheck myself as I'm creating this, so I don't need to be part of this anymore, but I can recheck myself if I really want to. But all this does is make Scott the primary, so if I really needed to, let's say, had an assistant who was going to create all my classes for me and they came in here and created them, they could uncheck themselves and make whoever the coach was as the primary. All right, let's get down to the nuts and bolts here. Creating sections. This is really the meat of your class. If you haven't seen our live demo, watch it. It'll give you an idea of what we mean by sections, but basically, all workouts are going to have sections in CrossFit. A lot of times you're going to have a warm-up and maybe like a mobility or a strength, and then you'll have maybe like the workout 1, workout 2, and then maybe you'll have a cool down. So you can have multiple sections. Each section can have a name, a description, a score type, and a timer. So for example, let's just go through and create a few of these. Warm-up. Then I could say, I want to do 10-inch worms. I want to do 20 jumping jacks, whatever I want. And then I could say, there's not really a score for this. I can have it for completion, which really helps so you can see who's done with it. So I could do that. And I could say, I want to set a timer on this because I really want to make sure people stay on pace. I'm going to do 5 minutes and I'm going to do a countdown. So now when I create and add this section, I've got my warm-up section over here. I can expand it. I can see the information in here. I could test the timer if I really wanted to, but there's my section. Now let's go to the next one. Let's just say, there could be mobility, strength, whatever. Let's just do the workout. So workout. And then you have whatever in here. Let's say you're going to do 21, 15, 9. You're going to do thrusters and pull-ups. Cool. Now you can say this is going to be for time. You're going to set a time cap maybe of like 20 minutes. So I'll do a 20-minute count up because it's going to count up. It's fine. We'll know the time, but you can count up and know there's a 20-minute cap on that. Now you can put whatever you want in here. You could put in here, put in here like a 20-minute cap. Cool. All right, add that section. Now, if I realize I did something wrong, I can always click and drag my sections around and reorder them however how I need. I can look at them, I can edit them, I can do whatever I want there. Over here, movements and equipment. This is important because you might want to have your workout found by people might want to look up specific movements. So we know that there are thrusters in here. Thrusters. All right, and we also know that we have pull-ups. Cool. Now, if there's something that's not in here, you can type it in yourself. Like if you want to make up something called the the neck bar. I don't know. I'm just going to make that up. There you go. Now there's a neck bar movement, whatever that is. But in the thruster, I could say if I don't know a thruster, maybe I can do, you know, like wall balls or something. Wall ball shots. I don't know. Maybe pull-ups, you want to do ring rows. You can have kind of alternatives there. The other thing is you can have YouTube videos or Vimeo videos that would demonstrate those specific movements. So if you wanted to actually show somebody, hey, here's what a Turkish get-up looks like. You know, it's a complicated move. I don't have time to explain it. Go check the video. It'll actually be available in the workout so they can pop it up and take a look at it. Same thing with equipment. We're going to need a pull-up bar. We're going to need a barbell. We're going to need plates. I don't know, whatever. So you can put all that stuff in here. Maybe instead of a barbell, you do dumbbells. So you can come up with alternatives to those as well. Once we have that information in, then you just want to select at least one of these, at least one of these, one of these, one of these, and you click save. And so what I've done now is I've created my class. It has information built right into it. It has the date and the time it's going to be scheduled for in the future. And then basically once it completes and saves all this information, it's going to take me out to the main page. And I can see here that I have my video if I want to play it.
1 minute to tell everyone.
There you go. I can see who the coach, you know, this is basically the link that people are going to be able to see to come to. They're going to see the coaches, who's coaching this class, great. I'm going to see the channel information. Me as a coach, I can see athletes and different things like that when they actually start signing up. But really, this is what everyone gets to see. They get to see the warm-up, they get to see the workout, they get to see this information. All that, if you created videos, they'd actually show up over here as well as in the class. And when you're ready to start the class, you go ahead and hit start class. To watch how to host your first class, we have another video on that. I'd suggest going back to our website under helpful videos or just looking at our YouTube page for that. Anyway, good luck, guys. If you have any questions or need any help at all, you can always email info@streamfitness.live. And we look forward to seeing you guys on the stream. Take care.